Hey everybody, Jarred-Garneau here. Here's my weekly guitar lesson. So for those of you that are new to the channel, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps, especially since I am still in the beginning stages. But yeah, hit that like and comment button, as it just really helps my channel and I appreciate it. And, just see more cool content that you guys all like. So anyways, today's topic is going to be how to get that Indian sound that Derek gets on songs like Sahib Teri Bandi and Maki Madani, however you pronounce it. But yeah, so obviously, Derek has only done a limited amount of that type of stuff. So there's only like a few songs, and then he does like intros to tunes where he hits on that vibe. And sorry for you guys if I sound nasally or anything. I'm fighting through a little bit of a cold right now, but feel good enough where I can teach a lesson today anyway. So appreciate you guys for hanging in there. But anyways, so there's like three main modes that you should look at if you're trying to get Derek's like major sound or Indian sound. And the three modes themselves are going to be Ionian or major, same thing, Lydian, and then Mixolydian. And if you can deal with those, hold on, let me just adjust these settings on my computer. There we go. Just had to put it on focus mode for a second. But anyways, if you can wrap your head around those three modes, you're going to get a big part of the sound. And the trick to a lot of it is that you do a scale ascending and then you do a different scale or mode descending. So an example of that stuff would be, I'm just going to stay in like E major right here. So just open E. First establish the tonic, so just play like the roots and fifths of whatever key you're in. So in this case, I'm playing E, B, E, E. So just setting up that sort of vibe, just to help get the tonic in your ear. So once that's established, start playing some lines like this major one right here. And then, so that first part right there, and this is like a line that I've seen Derek use in one of his interviews, but you're just going, what's going on there is I'm doing root, third, fifth, so open fourth, open third, open second string. Then I'm sliding into the sixth on the second string, major seventh, root. And that's on the second string, second fret, fourth fret, and fifth fret. If you're ever sliding, just a little segue, if you're ever sliding into a note from an open string, put your slide behind the neck. And you can slide into a note that way. It's a very cool way to approach it. So anyways, that first part is major. So in terms of intervals, I'm doing just a major triad, root, third, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then root again. So what I'm doing there is I'm just playing, what I'm doing next is what I meant to say is I'm doing flat seventh. And what's going on there is I'm jumping to the flat seventh, which I could grab up here. But since a lot of this stuff is just based on doing like a line on a single string and then just sliding in and out of it, it's good to have plenty of real estate to work with, just plenty of frets to work with, just so you can do all this stuff on one line. In fact, I think if I'm basing this off the original video that I'm thinking of, I think it's, yeah, so yeah, so Yeah, so just that original lick, it's basically all on one string. So to copy that, I'll switch strings at some point, just going. So pretty cool lick. And the intervals I'm hitting right there is the flat seventh, so that's that mode change on the way down. I'm going. And then between the flat seventh, I'm doing a little trill between the sixth and the flat seventh. So that's a pretty common thing you'll hear in this type of music, is those like trills. And the trick is not to make it sound like not to like emphasize the trill too much. It's meant to be subtle. It's not meant to be like, like where you're hitting hard at. You're not supposed to sound like you're going 100% with it. It's supposed to be much more subtle. So just going. And then doing that trill between the sixth and seventh, flat seventh rather, and going down to the fifth. And then going fourth, 2, 3, 3. Just sliding into the 3 twice. So we have. And one thing you'll see Derek do a lot, and I don't know if he borrowed it from like Sonny Landreth or someone else, but it's just fretting behind the slide. I'm personally not like the best at it, and even the way he uses it, it's not like he's obviously great at, but his thing is more just doing like the single string stuff and just sliding between everything. Where Sonny just basically made his entire style out of doing stuff fretting behind in front of the slide. So once you reach that fifth at the 7th fret, you're gonna press down with your index finger at the 5th fret on the 4th string. If you do it right, it should be like almost like a pull-off type effect. And once I like press down with my index finger, I lift my slide up, and then it's just all sliding with the index finger at this point. Slide down to the 2nd, and then sliding into the 3rd twice. So that entire part is all right. And I think it's probably better if you slide back to the 2nd and go into the 3rd again. So that last part, I guess, technically would be sliding from the 2 to the 3, back to the 2, back to the 3 again. So that entire lick is. Another thing you'll hear him do is maybe just establish the tonic, but then play something from the mode, like a little note cluster. So playing like the 6th, 7th, and then the root all close together. So that's like the same thing as just playing these notes, but all really close together. So it's not like really something you could analyze as like a chord or anything. I guess you could think of it as like could be like a 7th chord add 6 or something like that. But either way, like the notes are so close together, it's more of like a note cluster instead of like a traditional chord where it's like stacked in thirds. But yeah, so that's like one mode right there. The other mode is your linear mode. That like combine both major and mixed linear in there. So just getting that flat 7 from there is super cool. Just adds a whole new flavor. It's something I'm listening to, like News Rat Fateh Alicant. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong to all you guys that know this stuff. But I'm hearing that all over in his vocal phrases, particularly sliding into that from like above. Just that. And like those trills right there, that's something you hear all the time. It's super cool. The other mode that is cool to know is Lydian. So so if you're starting a line, starting from the 5th and just going, So that like low lick right there, I'm just again establishing the tonic, and then I'm just doing a fifth, sliding up to the root, and then down to the sharp 4, that key Lydian note right there. So you could probably even do it with just one pluck. And then maybe plucking it once you go down to the sharp 4. A lot of this stuff is just like, when are you plucking the note, and how many of these slides and everything are you doing with one plucked note? So just like an example is, so right there, that entire thing, that entire line right there was just like basically one pluck. Just improvising, but you know, just seeing how much you can get away with just one pluck, and that's like what gives that smooth vocal like quality to all this stuff. So yeah, just to recap, Ionian, Mixolydian, and then Lydian are your 3 go-to modes to get that Derek Indian classical sound. I'd love to do a video on like maybe Sahib Terry Bandy someday. Maki Madani, however you pronounce it. I need to Google it. But yeah, I'd love to do an entire video just covering those songs, because the truth is I've just kind of dabbled in it. You know, I've listened to the music a good bit, like Ali Akbar Khan, Nikhail Bandri, and of course Ravi Shankar, and Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. I've listened to those guys like a good bit, especially recently. I've been trying to like re-listen and refamiliarize myself with that type of music. But yeah, just really cool music. It's great music to learn to incorporate into your own soloing. It's just all rhythm and melody, so which is good to have that stuff in your back pocket and in the back of your head. But anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you next week. And don't forget to subscribe.